Hello, niggas.
New friends of the mystery. We're the crew of El Rincon del Vago Histories, a podcast about extremely murder, real life case. Today we've had 4 cases. For all, the most delicate since last victims were minors.
Free rocks. During an incursion into a forest near the town of the Evans, the police found a strange house with that peculiar scene. Upon entering, they could not tolerate what they say. 7 bodies of children between the ages of 6 and 17 were found. At the scene sitting without ace or arms, it seems that the murderer left the scene as mockery signs none of the victims had arms to give them. The house is located in Pugley Forest, England, which is considered the forest of ghosts, and one of the most haunted in the world. The date is not known for sure. When the bodies discovered the place, it was shocking to see the children sitting there. Some of the bodies indicated in their statement that even though the children had no eyes, they could feel the children watching them draw. The black sockets and empty that they had. In the same file, it's indicated that it was not necessary to cordon of the area. It says the house located in the heart of the forest where the legends caused so much fear that no one was to enter.
The police began to investigate more about the place in the order to find the murderer who has ended 2 children in a horrible way. Although the investigation was intense, the police could not find a clue that would give a trace of the murder. It seemed like everything a professional. The police went on 5 occasions to investigate the place, and when they were about to give up and close the investigation, due not to obtain results with a metal detector, the police found a metal box of approximately 30 per 40 centimeters in the place. When they opened the box, it contained a note that said following: "If you know how much I enjoy this, children cries and allergy babies to cold, they'll sleep peacefully at night. Surely you have already seen my works of art. By the time you leave, find this treasure, enjoy that I did much as I did, and forget to bring your free hugs."
Under the note, they found a VHS tape belonging to an audio recorder. Immediately, police returned to their station. There was already evidence that could help fit the murder. When they played in the audio, they had no idea what they would feel. The audio showed a distant hallway. "No please, no please." "Shh, don't scream. Don't scream. Everything will be okay. I just want to also play a while. Be best friends, don't scream. Or you're going to wake up my little friends. We're behind you." They want to join them. Come, give me a hug." In the end of the police never found a suspect, while other people claimed that he was not person, but some evil being from another world. Free hugs. It's a terrifying story silenced by not feeling the culprit. A large number of theories based on this case have generated on the internet, such as that some evil entity is waiting to carry out this act again. It is as incredible that a long time probably passed and no one would have done it. Found if someone didn't investigate.
The boy in the forest.
A 3-year-old boy mysteriously disappeared on June 3, 2022. The child was playing with his dog when curiosity led him to explore further in the area where he lived, and he lost his way back home. Naturally, The absence of the child worried his parents, who report his disappearance of the same day. The incident occurred in the small town of Troy in the northeast of the state of Montana, United States. This area is known for its high mountain density and climate that can reach temperatures of 4 degrees Celsius, and a large number of forests inhabited by various types of predators. Authorities, aware of the risks facing young Reiki's life, initiated a raid operation with multiple vehicles and dozens of law enforcement officers with canine assistance. There was constant presence of ground seizures of road vehicles, server drones, and dog teams. State in Lincoln County Police in an official statement.
However, adverse weather conditions and the dense forest of Blue Lake Valley prevented the rescue operation from being carried out effectively, leading to a postponement until more favorable weather. It was extremely difficult to bring additional aerial assets to Blue Lake Valley due to very poor weather conditions consisting of rain and low visibility, mentioned the authorities in the same statement. Fortunately, the weather calmed down over the weekend, allowing search and rescue efforts to resume without any issues. They discovered several clues and searches walked along the trail behind the boy's house, indicating that rocks had been recently disturbed, as a child might do when looking for insects, according to Sheriff Darren Short in an interview with NBC. On June 5, the police received a call from neighbors who claimed to have found young Riker. This family explained the events to the authorities, stating that they had accidentally come across the boy while inspecting a cabin that housed their home's power generator.
They heard the voice of a small child from the shed where they keep a generator. Short mentioned to the same media outlet, so they went to the shed and there he was. When the police arrived at the house, they indeed identified the young boy who had gone missing 2 days earlier. The sheriff confirmed that the child was very scared, but in good health. He was very, very scared, Short mentioned.
The officer asked to the boy why he get lost, to which he replied that he went for a walk in the area, but when he felt tired, he didn't know how to find his way back home. Additionally, the agent added that the frightened expression on the child's face changed dramatically when he mentioned reuniting with his parents. He had a scared look with wide open eyes until he returned to his mom and dad. Immediately, the child was taken to Cabin Peaks Medical Center of Evaluation after a day. Riker was discharged and returned home. Despite his child being out of danger, the case remains open. Authorities investigate why he wasn't closely supervised by his parents or an adult on the day of this disappearance. We are still investigating why he disappeared and why he wasn't being closely watched. Sheriff Short conclude the official statement from the Lincoln County Police ensured and Riker Webb was found in good spirits, apparently healthy, although hungry, thirsty, and cold. As of now, there is a further information of the circumstance of his disappearance. However, the child is safe and sound at home with parents. In conclusion, the 3-year-old Riker Webb disappeared in Troy, Montana on June 3, 2022. after a search operation affected by adverse weather conditions. He was found 2 days later in a shed by neighbors. Despite being discarded, he was in good health. Despite his safe return, authorities are investigating the circumstances of his disappearance and the lack of supervision. The case remains open as they seek to understand why Ryder went missing and why he was not under close supervision.
The strange case of Paulette's pajamas.
On March 22, 2010, Paulette Guevara, a 4-year-old girl, disappeared from her own bed. His mother had put on his pajamas and kissed him goodnight. But next morning, when her baby sister tried to wake her up, the girl was nowhere. Her father said he knew where she was going to be found. However, he claimed that he needed to be given certain warranties in order to be able to give the information he claimed to have. Lisette Farah began to point out to her husband that she was responsible for what happened to her daughter. Paulette was a girl who had a motor disability condition, requiring constant specialist.
In the early morning of 31 March, Paulette's body was found in her own room, when experts had previously entered with trader dogs, and where her mother had also given interviews. A woman named Amanda de la Rosa, who was friend of Elizabeth Farah, slept for nights in the bed for the season was inconsistent suspicion, and squarely arrested. Amanda later wrote a book on the subject called Where is Paulette? Aside this, I find no food my body. Will find a boot I didn't see anything.
Although the authorities tried to find the culprit, none of the family members was found responsible for what happened to Paulette. One interesting thing is that during the investigation of the case, a recording present of the news program Fuerza Informativa had a conversation between Lisette Farah and her eldest daughter, who seemed to be scolding her and telling her what she could say about her sister's disappearance. Yes, don't say anything. Just tell them that we are very sad because your little sister got lost. That's all you have to say.
Why not? That's all you have to say, Mama. Because if you don't start misunderstood things, you can accuse us of stealing it. Or that you left it outside to lose it. So you'd better not to say anything, okay? Because we know nothing.
Lisette said this was a edited audio. In 2010, a video posted on YouTube with this little, the strange case of Paulette's pajamas, showed photographs of the girl's corpse, showing that she was dressed in pajamas, which appeared clean and followed during an interview her mother gave inside Paulette's room to TV Azteca newscast. However, one of her nannies confirmed that pajamas in which she appeared dressed was the same one she was wearing on the night of March 21st.
In this case, the TV Azteca interviewer was Lily Telles, now a congressman woman from the National Action Party, a party considered one of the most corrupt and bloody in Mexico, as well as in politicians who bring no benefit to Mexican country.
This case is tragic and raises suspicions about the involvement of Paulette Paris. The discovery of her body in her own room, despite previous searches at the mystery. The conversation between Lisette Farah and her daughter as well as the discrepancies with the pajamas, raised hopes about the family. Honestly, it is important to focus on the facts and evidence rather than political affiliations. Justice needs to be served in cases like this.
His little eyes.
On May 24, 2012, in Mexico, a woman gouged off the eyes of her 5-year-old son in retaliation because he didn't close them while praying during a ritual, celebrated by 7 people, at least 5 of them from the same family, who claimed that good would come that day, and the war would end. Maria del Carmen Rios Garcia, 23 years old, confessed that her sister Lisbeth Rios Garcia helped her too on the kitchen table, removed her son Abel's with her hands.
The assault occurred between 8 and 9 in house in the San Agustin Atlapulco neighborhood, the most marginalized area in the municipal, in the eastern part of the state of Mexico. A 17 years young was locked in the house with 3 other minors. Note, screams were snapping, screaming. He escaped and sought help from neighbors while their officers patrolling nearby. When the agents arrived at the property, market and 34th, Lot 5, Agraciano Sanchez Street for the Maria Carmen, amidst several candles in the grief of the nervous breakdown, she clung to cling to the child.
They noticed the child had blood on his face. Upon approaching, they realized he had no eyeballs, and they immediately sought assistance from municipal rescue personnel. He has taken to La Perla General Hospital, but due to the service of injuries, he was transferred by helicopter from the State Secretary of City's Security to the Pediatric Hospital in Tacubaya, Mexico City. In the afternoon, sources from Mexico City Health Secretary report that the child was transferred to the Lejeria Hospital, where his condition is reported as very serious, apparently having suffered a cerebral hemorrhage.
The young man who sought help to Nezahualcóyotl police that since Sunday the adults have kept him and 3 other people, a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 9-month-old baby, locked in a room. They were told they had to pray because the war was going to end, a version confirmed by Marta Garcia Vargas, 48 years old, the victim's grandmother and owner of the house where the religious rite took place.
Samuel Cuevas Monroy, subdirector of Nezahualcóyotl Police, stated that this individual practiced the Christian religion. He explained that Garcia Vargas recounted how her daughter gouged out her grandson's eyes because he refused to close them. As he didn't close them, they removed them to clean them because he witnessed the prayer, she states. The State of Mexico Attorney General Office, PGJEM, through its Nezahualcóyotl prosecution, presented the assailant to the media. Investigate police officer did not allow reporters to ask the accused questions, but the agents posed for questions themselves, arguing not to interfere with the proceeding.
Where did it happen?
In the kitchen of my mother's house.
During the investigation, Rios Garcia showed no remorse.
Throughout this podcast, we explore the context of each peculiar title that each case has. Each of these facts thought is disturbing and unacceptable. Our revealed purpose is share how people, including the supernatural aspect, are witnessed, mostly in inexplicable ways, leading us every day to a disturbing tragedy. All of this can change for the better.
We thanks you're interesting to know about the little know. This standard word true, or those we know. You think we're extremely may say, always be with you.